Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Home is Where the Dark is, episode 59. If you did notice, there was a major gap in between episode 56 and episode 57 because I was working on a record. So I took about a month to finish up the editing, production, additional production, mixing, and mastering for my personal musical project called SORDES DOMINUM. And it's done. It's going to be available October 23rd on all the platforms, and we do have digipacks available that you can purchase now at sordesdominum.com. And we do have a store that you can purchase the digipacks at. It's a big cartel store, so you could easily pick one up there. If you like to directly message me, we could do it that way as well. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on this record. If you're not familiar with the project, it's basically instrumental, symphonic, doom, death metal. It's kind of its own niche genre. And that was the goal with this project, to do something a little bit weird and original. So yeah, it is instrumental. It's just a lot of heavy, down-tuned, open chords, a lot of palm muted chugging, a lot of orchestration. So we have timpanis, we have a lot of French horns, we have a lot of other brass, we have strings, we have lots of choirs, accompanied with, heavy impactful drums, distorted bass. And on this new record, I really experimented with guitar tones. I'm a big fan of textured, grainy fuzz guitar, and I wanted to combine a combination of a more modern metal tone, but with fuzz textures that could still hold up with palm muting and heavy riffs. So I took a lot of time finding the right tone for that. And there's 2 tracks on this EP. The first one, I would say the first 2 songs, Tarda Morse is track 1 and Scolopendras is track 2. I have a slightly different guitar tone than on the final 2 tracks, which are Spiralis and Anhelerant. And those 2 tracks have a guitar tone that I shaped through. I use a Laney VH100R head. It's a tubed head, which I've been using for many years. In my opinion, it's very underrated, but I've been using it for many, many years. After lots of experimentation, I decided to use the Unicorn Blood 2 by KHDK. So I put that in front of the amp with using the distorted channel on the amp, and I put this pedal in front of it, and I took some time tweaking it. So you'll notice it's kind of a weird texture, but there's certain chords I'm using where it sounds very obscure and it doesn't really sound like a guitar. But then when I go into some of the heavier chords and the chugs and the palm muting, it opens up and it feels more like a modern tone. And I had a lot of fun experimenting with that. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So Tarda Morse, Scolopendras, Spiralis, and Anhelerant. It's a 4-song EP, I think it's about 20 minutes in length. And on track 2, we have Whitney Tai on vocals. It's not throughout the whole song, but she's doing some really, really impressive operatic vocals at one section of the song. And we are planning on shooting a music video for this track, Scolopendras, and we're going to be shooting that this coming weekend. Today is October 17th. So we are pushing really hard to have a music video out with the record. So keep a lookout for that. And the third track, Spiralis, it was originally planned on being an epic 10, 15-minute song, but I decided to cut it down. I think it's about 6 or 7 minutes, and that track has a lot going on. It's it goes through different chapters, and that's the longest song on the record. And the last song is a very odd and open, heavy, slow, atmospheric track. So yeah, we really, we went kind of crazy on this one. I wanted it to be weird. I wanted it to be heavy, dark, and just original. And I just kind of did whatever I wanted, and I didn't really think about it too much. So I hope you guys can feel the songs. I hope they resonate with you if you're into this type of music. It was just pure emotion, pure creative. All the riffs, literally, I wrote them. Just went into the studio. I was like, okay, today I'm gonna write this track, and just literally whatever riffs came to me, I just used, and I didn't overthink it. I didn't, revise them and revise them and revise them. I kind of just wrote riffs and like moved them around and put it together, a song that I felt that I was feeling that day, and I just let it be what it is. And that's what I did with all these tracks. So I hope they resonate with you. And again, you could purchase digipacks at sordesdominum.com, and you'll be able to stream on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and all those platforms as well. So, and also with the recording process, we want to do something a little bit different here, because we usually, I've been recording for many, many years at a studio in Burbank called ES Audio. And I've been taking a lot of my artists there. As you guys know, most of you know, I produce music for different artists, and I'm an audio engineer, mixer, and it's my passion, and I love making music, and I love making all kinds of different music, but I specialize in, heavier rock, heavy metal, anything dark and heavy is my forte, and it's what I love to do. And then that's what I feel I'm here on this earth to do, is to make heavy music for you to enjoy. So this is why I'm here, and this is what I love, and I'm grateful I get to do it, and I'm available to you guys. And for this record, we went to ES Audio for the last two tracks, Spiralis and Inhelerant. And the first two tracks were recorded drums and bass at Sunset Sound, and it was absolutely killer. The story with this was basically one of my clients, a good friend of mine and artist, Orlando from the band Zeisenkreuz. One day we were in the studio at ES Audio, and he was like, I want to find a space where we can record vocals in an actual chamber. I'm like, well, there's this place called Sunset Sound that has an amazing chamber. I mean, it's a world famous, for those of you who know, it's a world famous studio where everyone's recorded, and it's a fantastic space. And I was like, yeah, we could record there if you want, not really thinking like he would want to go for it, but we made it happen. We booked at Studio 3 in Sunset Sound, and we did a vocal tracking session there, utilizing their chamber and printing the chamber like for each take, which was outstanding. So that was an amazing session. It went so well that I was like, oh, I want to come here again. I want to come here as much as I can. So I'm always grateful when, artists have more of a budget to record at all these iconic spaces, because it makes the project just so much more fun, and, their final result so much better. And anyway, so I decided, okay, well, I want to come back. So I booked another session to do drums for my personal project, SORDES DOMINUM. So we did the first two songs at Sunset Sound, which was awesome. So yeah, and Studio 3 is the famous room where Prince did a lot of his recordings and so many others. So it was a treat to record there. The staff was fantastic. My assistant engineer, Alex Miller, was fantastic, had everything ready to go, and made my job extremely easy, and everything flowed very well. So capturing drums there was by far one of the best studio experiences I've had. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys can hear the difference on these tracks. So the first two were at Sunset, the second two were at ES Audio, and we did all the overdubs at my studio, Stygian Sound. So I did the guitars here, we did some bass here, I did all the production, synths, orchestral stuff here, and the mixing and mastering as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Here's the CD here. You can see it. This is the digipack that you can purchase. So I hope you, if you're interested, you can pick one up, and hope you enjoy. So yeah, we also have plans to record our next EP, which will be releasing in probably the first quarter of 2024, and that's already written. So we're going to go and record that at a studio in North Hollywood called Dave's Room, which is co-owned by Paul Fig, who is a friend of mine. So he's also a fantastic engineer, has some amazing credits. He also was on the podcast, if you want to circle back and check out his episode. But we're going to be recording at Dave's Room for the next EP. We're doing 4 more songs, and Dave's Room is a fantastic space. Haven't recorded there yet, but they've recorded some amazing bands there, and the tones I've heard from the drum room just sound phenomenal. So we're going to go to Dave's Room and do that, and excited, looking forward to that. We're going to be recording there in a couple of weeks, and so please go check out the record. It's called AETAS Timoris, which means the age of fear, and that's available again October 23rd worldwide on all platforms, and you can pick up digipacks. So I hope you check it out. I hope you enjoy it, and please feel free to visit our website, SORDES DOMINUM, and you can visit my website as well for any recording and production needs. I'd be happy to talk with you. And like I said, I'm here to make music. I'm here to work with people who are serious about their craft, about their art, and who want to make great music, and who want to have a great experience doing it. So thank you again. Thank you for listening. I appreciate every one of you who are tuning in for the episodes, and hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you're enjoying the guests. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.